Enrique, am I right? Are we good?
Cabron jefe, your flat earth phase was like my cousin's marriage, full of bad decisions and ended in humiliation.
Dude, what place are you in to give advice to people, Jaron? You aren't emotionally in the right place to give advice to anyone currently. Hope things turn around for you. Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. Do you understand? Your basis of whether I'm emotionally in a place to tell you the truth or not is based off your belief. I'm giving you evidence and facts and truth. You believe lies. So, of course, you look at me like, well, this guy's talking. He's saying things that I don't believe in. This is ridiculous. How are you in a place to tell me things I don't believe in? Because it's the truth. You just aren't awake yet. And here's the thing. I know that somewhere in your life, unless you die a flat earther, somewhere in your life, you're going to realize that I was right the whole time. Not the whole time 10 years ago. I mean, I was right the whole time telling you to get out. You are going to ruin your life. You're going to ruin any chance you have of getting a job. You're going to ruin any chance you have of finding a decent girlfriend, boyfriend. Because eventually your ugly side is going to turn up. Okay? I hope you guys don't hear that noise. It's absolutely annoying. It's like, scratch. All right. So that's why I don't look at the chat. Things like that just throw me off because that person is clueless. And I get it. I get that people want to just spout off and make themselves feel better. Everybody that you see coping in the chat is simply trying to make themselves feel better for having an unjustifiable belief. They're having a belief that does not match anything. They don't have a map. They don't have a model. They can't explain the sun. They can't explain the moon. They can't explain the stars. Do you understand that? No explanation at all. And yet they're telling you that they know the way the world works and that they know what it's not. No, they don't. They don't. Okay, we can have beliefs or we can have feelings about what we think, but then when those things are proven to us to be incorrect, then we have to change our story. I bring back the idea of the little tiny bugs in our stomach. If somebody told you that and there was no such thing as a microscope, you would laugh at them. Yeah, right. There's no little bugs in my stomach, you stupid idiot. I'd be sick. They'd be coming out of my mouth and nose. But guess what? Because we all know that microscopes exist, that somebody has taken the bile inside your stomach, they've put it onto a petri dish, they've looked at it through a microscope and said, shit, look at, there's little tiny bugs crawling around in there. So we all believe it. Why do we believe it? Why do you believe that there are little bugs in your stomach? They don't match your senses at all. Why do you believe it? Oh, maybe it's this. A little better. Why do you believe that? Think of all the things that we only know because people have looked into it further and they've come to the conclusion. Let me ask you this, flat earthers. If you have a broken leg, if you need a heart surgery, are you going to let Shane St. Pierre do your heart surgery? I wouldn't. Are you going to let Alan from Space Audits fix your broken leg? I wouldn't. Are you going to let them tell you where you live? I wouldn't. Are you going to let Steve Falconer, who doesn't understand the globe model, tell you the globe model's false when he doesn't understand it? Or are you going to go to somebody who does? I'm not saying that's me. Go to somebody who does. Do you really think that every professor in every college is so stupid that they are just teaching lies and they've never looked into any of them? Do you realize that a lie must have some truth to it, or else it's very obvious? Very obvious. So I hope that you wake up. I hope that you have a better life because of realizing that this was just, hey, a little detour off the truth, but you found the truth and then you can go forward with it and it's empowering. It's empowering. You feel better. You feel more relaxed. You feel more, and the only thing upsetting me is flat earthers. So I need to remove them from my life because they will continue to pester me, to make videos like Steve made. When Jaron he's never been to either of these bases. Jaron's never. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to even care. So expect to see all the hate videos. Expect to see lies about me. Go ahead. There are already a ton. Enrique, am I right? Are we good?
Cabron jefe, your flat earth phase was like my cousin's marriage, full of bad decisions and ended in humiliation.
Please debate Austin, Drith, Flatzoid, etc. before you walk away completely. There's no use. If you think that I should debate Flatzoid, you are not a very smart person. There is nobody that has gotten more things wrong than Flatzoid. His group of 7 retards is incapable of deciphering truth. They are clueless. It's an actual comedy show. Okay, if you go watch their show with Saab there saying that there's no 24-hour sun and saying, this is what Saab said the other day. Oh, Duffy was talking about Jaren and he could see rockets from 200 miles away. I'm 200 miles from DC and I can't see the fireworks there. Saab, fireworks go about 300 feet, my friend. Maybe 500, maybe 1,000. Guess what's blocking them? The curvature of the earth, you fucking stupid retard. There's a reason why I can see the rocket when it gets to a certain height and why you can't see fireworks. You guys are so dumb. You're sitting there just saying garbage. None of it's right. You're like watching me talk and I say something about going on the loop. They're like, a loop? A loop? Did anybody hear? What is a loop in Antarctica? Let's look. I don't know what that could mean. It's like so dumb. The loop, the one that everybody ran from the, what is it called? The marathon. It's just the loop where you ride a bike. That's it. It's a loop. That's what they called it. That's what we all called it. It's just crazy. Crazy to think of how dumb these people are. They just keep saying the same nonsense over and over again. They don't understand that, like the South Pole, there is no South Pole. They can't explain that. They say, well, it's a ceremonial pole. Right. So where is it? It's wherever they place the pole. Yeah. Where is it at on your Earth map? Well, we don't, the South Pole is where the globe says at the bottom, but that's not what it really is in reality. Yeah, so where is it? You don't have an answer. You sound like retards. Has anyone seen the video? I got to show you just for the fun of it. Well, I think it's actually kind of long, but we could show some of it. That Flatzoid is so stupid. Remember that this man, okay, I want you to remember this, made fun of me for being in the brightest place on Earth. If you don't realize that, Antarctica is the brightest place that there is. You could barely pull your glasses down. It was so bright outside. And he made fun of me because at one point I hold the compass and I'm looking at it and it's upside down. How would I know that? The markings on it are too hard to see. It's glaring in my face. So anyway, did I make a mistake by holding it upside down? Sure. What does Flatzoid do? Wait till you see this. This guy is, he's so freaking dumb. Let's just skip through these just to show how dumb these guys are. Let's just find some places where they're just being dumb.
Oh, this is exactly the same behavior that all these so-called ex-flat earthers have been doing. People out there are smarter than me, so I'm just going to trust what they say.
Oh, clearly, when Jaren comes to the realization that globers are not lying en masse to him, and that, in fact, it was he who was making the mistakes in his thinking, then you think he is being stupid for not towing the Flurf company line.
Right.
And also, this sounds awfully like you guys think you are smarter than everyone else.
Of course it is.
I'm walking the road.
Loop in Antarctica. What's he talking about?
A loop.
A loop.
A loop?
A loop in Antarctica.
A loop in Antarctica.
Mrs. Prices, the Gerbil crew that knows so much, upon hearing that Jaren talking about riding...
Clearly that's CGI. Ask Edward Hendry. Can't be a real photo. Look at the clouds. The clouds are fake.
Fat-tired bikes around the loop, they all get thrown for a loop.
A loop.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Huh.
People watch these guys.
Did any of them show a video of a loop in Antarctica?
Yes.
In Union Glacier?
Yep, that's where
they spoke of it often, guys. Do some research.
They don't have...
And I want to say something, too, for this character here. He's saying these people have thrown him under the bus.
Right.
No, dude, you willingly dove under the bus.
No, that would be if I was lying or if I was part of some scam, Saab. If I wasn't, how is that me throwing myself in? By going down and making an observation and reporting the truth is not throwing yourself under a bus unless you are a cult, in which case you are correct. Then to get out of the cult, I threw myself under the bus.
Okay. The bus was coming. You were warned it was coming, and you willingly took a dive right in front of that damn.
No, I willingly went down and observed and came back and told the truth. You are dumb and wrong.
Thing. So don't even. Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't realize
I bet it feels pretty bad in either. Like I was on this guy's show every week. We were friends, and I've just Throwing him under the bus. So I better say it was him who did it on purpose.
Does like to play victim.
It's not playing victim when you're the victim.
It's just joined up in dojo for ball jitsu, anyway, where you block punches with your face.
But geez, does that guy talk worse than Brian's logic? Couldn't understand a word he said there. All right, let's keep going. Or what you're doing with your hands or your feet or your anything.
No, because you're comforting yourself because you were lying.
So again, accusing me of lying, imagine, I know that I didn't. So to me, why would I want to be anywhere close to these liars?
Oh, great. Now Captain Top Left is a self-proclaimed body language expert. Why do I feel like...
That's a tip for you.
But yet they took photos with jackets off.
So I was saying it was cold there. They're like, yeah, but they took... And then this guy, I mean, this is how they do no research.
Very cold, man. Yeah.
It was cold.
Flatzoid.
And this is them getting there. By the way, this is the JG guy that was the 10th guy from our... Well, he wasn't on our group. He was on our flight. But these guys are talking about, can we take a picture without our shirt? And like some people are saying no. Some people are saying yes. Then Jonathan took his off. Then they're like, okay, let's do it. Mark's like, I don't want to take mine off. So it's like, well, could we do every other so it looks good for a picture? Sure. So we all line up in every other formation. We take the picture. They immediately then put their shirt back on. Okay. It was cold, but you're not going to die in 10-degree Fahrenheit weather if you take your shirt off for a minute. There was no wind here. This mountain blocks the wind. Okay. Now, people then said, when I say that, they're like, oh, Jaron says there's no wind here, but then at night he says it was windy. Yeah, I'm talking about right now. The sun was over here in the northwest. This was not cold or windy. I mean, it's cold. It's 10 degrees. But I'm talking about like death when it was nighttime and the sun was over here, okay, going above this mountain, but it's got a lower angle, plus it's further. You're going to have cold here at the tents. It was windy. It was blustery. It was miserable. I don't think anybody would have taken their shirt off at night there. It wasn't night. Again, I'm talking night as far as hours, not night as far as dark. Okay, let's keep going a little bit more. Just show you.
Sov jumps in to correct Flatzoid as Sov himself.
How do you get that?
Possibly there's a different channel.
Probably made it.
I would say so.
It's a bit odd.
Oh, I just love that the Flatzoid Jerkle can't figure out that Mike has a bit of a set dressing here. Top left worthy analysis there, guys. Well done.
Onto a horizontal plane because remember the sun is circling around him. That's what they're claiming, okay?
Just amazing to hear just how close they came to accidentally falling ass backwards.
They're not going to do that.
Being right, but no.
Has a larger angular size.
Wrong.
You get
Eyes
This-
of the
this
sun
is
in
hilarious.
photos.
Yeah.
and you said that they fly to the South Pole, but then they change direction.
Yes.
Where are they flying to before they change direction?
To the South Pole.
Oh, South Pole.
Correct. Why do I feel like he is still totally wrong?
Where is the South Pole?
He is totally wrong.
It's a marker
Where
they
they
put
fly
in
to.
It's in Antarctica.
Where
Don't
they
worry,
fly
I'm
to.
down there soon.
Again with your stupid semantics.
In a very self-referential way, like if I asked Will, how can I be rich?
Yeah, how can he be rich?
Hey Wally, I'm traveling, but thanks for reaching out, asking me how to be rich.
Please.
And the answer to that is pretty easy. You have lots and lots of money.
Oh.
Now, you might ask, how do you get lots and lots of money?
Right.
And that's also a pretty simple answer.
Good.
You be rich. Hope this helps.
That does not help.
No. Where is
You
it?
just said they fly to the South Pole.
Yeah,
So
Where is
they're
it?
going to the South Pole.
Where is the South Pole?
It's a ceremonial place.
And where is it?
At the ceremonial South Pole.
I mean,
place.
these are guys that you're listening to that you want me to debate. I'm not debating retards. It's not even fair.